Factoring is always a great fun time for students and for teachers. Finding the zeros of a function or the roots of a function, um, whether it be quadratic or cubic or any of the other functions, always makes for an interesting time. Well, the nice thing is the Inspire lets you do this in a lot of different ways. We're going to examine one of the ways that you can actually find the real roots and even the complex roots of functions in a calculator screen. So what I would like you to do is open up by starting a new document. Don't save anything because you don't need to save anything, and add a calculator. Now, we are doing algebra, so let's go over to our menu and find the algebra menu. And there are three things: numerical solve a system of equations, and then finding roots of polynomials. So if we have a polynomial function, we can find the roots, which are the x-intercepts, which are the zeros, where that graph crosses the x-axis. Those are big deal points that we need to be able to find. So let's take a look at what happens when we do find roots of a polynomial. It's going to ask us the degree, so we have to be able to know how to find the degree. We find the degree of a single term by how many variables are being multiplied in that one term. We find the degree of the polynomial by looking at each term, and as I like to say, biggest degree wins. Whatever term has the largest degree, that's the degree that we're going to use. So we could move it up and down if we wanted to. If we had a cubic equation, we could go up to 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We could do all that if we want to. We'll stick at 2. We'll keep it easy. You could go real or you could go complex. I'm going to keep it real. Complex, that's probably for a different time. You hit OK, and you get your equation: ax squared plus, or a1x squared plus a1x plus a sub 0. And all we have to do is type in coefficients. I'm going to make something up. Say I put in 2, then let's go -3, and let's then do -2. And we hit enter, and it says polyroots. Poly for polynomial, roots for we're finding the roots. You type in the polynomial, parentheses x, because calculator needs to know what it's looking for. You hit enter, you got your roots. So if you needed to factor this, you could find this by factoring. You find it by all sorts of different methods. But now we found our roots. There's 2 of them. We hit the x-axis at -1/2, and we hit the x-axis at 2. So it's kind of nice that we have a function that'll just do everything for us. Do we have to know how to do we have to know how to factor a polynomial? Yeah, because your calculator doesn't work all the time. Sometimes the batteries run out. And remember, there are 4 ways to look at something. Graphing is one of them. Algebra is another one of them. This calculator just helps us make sure that we got the right answer. But there it is. That's all you have to do. Menu, algebra, go to polynomial tools, and find the roots. And then you could just change it. Like if you wanted 9 of them, you just have to put in the 9 coefficients that you need to, and you'll be all set.